Thanks for joining me for this presentation. You know, a while back in one of my videos, Gospel Brief Messages, and I mentioned about doing things the ancient way. And I do write a lot of my notes in longhand. It's what the ancient people used to do. I also prepare some of my foods from scratch, preparing food from scratch. And I also wash my clothes by hand. Wash my clothes, all of them. And I've been doing this for about 5 years, but I come from a family that used to wash clothes by hand. We're a poor family, and sometimes we didn't have all the essentials we need to wash clothes. And so a lot of times we're washing clothes by hand. So I come from doing that as a young person, and I started that again. And another reason is it's an unusual exercise that's natural for one thing. And also I started washing my clothes by hand for another reason. I live in an apartment building, and it's been a lot of in the laundry room, which you have to pay for use the laundry, the dryer, and the washing machine. But I heard about a lot of people breaking in the building and doing crazy things in the laundry room and to the dryers and the washers. So I said, this is enough. And I started washing my clothes by hand. I can buy a washing machine, but this apartment won't accommodate that. It's not easy washing clothes by hand, especially bedding stuff. But I've been able to do it. The Lord has kept me strong to be able to do all this stuff. Especially washing my clothes by hand. Wringing them out and coming up with a drying system where I dry the clothes without even using a dryer. I have a portable heater nearby, and I have a fan going, and I have a rack that's on the ceiling there with the clothing. So it dries pretty fast after I wash it by hand. So this is a system that I came up with, and it works pretty well. As I mentioned this a while back in one of my Gospel Brief messages, and I was talking about doing things the ancient ways. So I wanted to show that I am doing that. I wanted to really express about this, especially about washing the clothes by hand and so forth. I want to thank you for joining for this presentation. I'm Brother Ronnie.